Hi students, I wanted to give you a bit of an introduction today onto the hospitality management program, a little bit about the curriculum and the background for the students who would be great fits for the program. Essentially, it is just like business, but we have a very strong focus on taking care of people, service, and then some of those technical things like food and beverage, events, hotels and lodging, and tourism. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope this answers any questions you might have. So what is hospitality and what is service? It's essentially the business of taking care of people. So we try really hard to have our students understand the importance of providing great guest experiences for them. The pictures that are on your screen here, the one on the left is from the St. Pete Pride Parade down in St. Pete Clearwater, which is where I'm from. Through Visit St. Pete Clearwater is the CVB, or Convention and Visitors Bureau, who puts on that event. And then the other picture is just of a front desk agent who's clearly giving a very warm and welcoming experience to the guests as they check into the hotel. So the ideal candidates or the ideal students for our program are sometimes career changers or more non-traditional students who may have already started a career in healthcare or in business or in another area, and they just want to take care of people and have a different day experience. For example, I've heard from those who are in healthcare, nothing against it, but sometimes it can be very stressful, and it can, be dealing with things like very sick people and that sort of thing. Where in hospitality, we're dealing with guests who are on vacation, who are doing that one fun thing that they saved up for all year. It's just a different daily experience. So we do get career changers, guests, or people rather, students who enjoy a different day every day. Students who like to be up and at 'em, if you will, rather than working at a desk. There are some jobs that are behind desks in hospitality, but the majority of them are up on your feet. And I really enjoyed that part. I was in industry for over, 22, 24 years. And I just love the aspect of being up on my feet. Even now that I work in education, I still get up frequently, go for walks and things like that. I have a high energy level, and most of the people in hospitality do too. We love being up on our feet. People who really enjoy talking to guests or to other people, and then people who generally are people pleasers, if you will. So people who enjoy making people happy and creating guest experiences for them. People who naturally smile a lot and project a warmth do really great in hospitality. Also, people who have good follow through. This is important for things like guest recovery, or when the guest is having an issue with their stay or with their experience. The students who enjoy helping to resolve issues and then following up afterwards to make sure everything went well are perfect fits for hospitality. And then lastly, people who love to travel. You can really take this degree anywhere. You can work in any country in the world and have lots of different jobs to choose from. Jobs that our students come into our program with already, things like hostessing, serving, bartending, front desk agents. Down in Florida, we had a lot of theme park attendants, flight attendants, cruise ship employees, recreation attendants as well. And so that's just kind of the work background that a lot of our students came into the program with. But it's important to remember you can come in with no experience too and get a job in industry while you're going to school, or just do your internship. That's fine as well. I encourage people to work if you can while you have a degree, especially in the field. That's excellent. So jobs that our students can then move into with passion and care for the industry as well as their degree. Things like general manager of restaurant, wine sommelier, which is a wine expert essentially, recreations supervisor, which are the people that go out and play games with the kids and sometimes adults, depending on if they're in care facilities. We do that too. Human resources managers, front of house managers, shift supervisors, and the list is endless of things that they're doing. We have some students that work in national parks now. They're all over the place. So next I want to hop in to look at our actual curriculum. In this slide, we're looking at our hospitality management 4-year plan, year 1 fall and year 1 spring. So this is freshman fall and freshman spring. These are the classes that you would be taking. Bus 10,000 or the business class that you actually may be in right now. HTM 1000 or Intro to Hospitality, some Gen Eds, you can see there an A1, A2, and a B6, and then an elective or course for a minor. In the spring, you would take Intro to Tourism Management, Lodging, Sanitation and Health, a Gen Ed, and then an elective or course for a minor. Total credits, 16 in the first semester, 15 in the second, for 31 in your first year if you were attending school full-time. In the second year, you will be looking at financial accounting in fall, fundamentals of economics, introduction to food selection and preparation, and then in spring, looking at principles of managerial accounting, some marketing, essentials of nutrition, and then in both semesters, you have a category A or B elective, and then elective or course for a minor. Each semester in the sophomore year is 15 credits for a total of 30 throughout that year. In third year, so your junior year, is where we start getting into the meat and potatoes, if you will, of the upper division coursework. So in third year fall, you would be taking food and beverage operations management, human resources management, cost controls, intro to sports event management, and advanced nutrition, food from farm to fork. Really fun class. You get to go to a lot of the local farms and see how our food is made. It's great. That's a 16 credit semester. And then third year spring is typically when our students do their internship. And the other classes we have there are sustainable tourism development, revenue, facilities, and then another elective course. That semester is a little lighter at 13 credits. The reason for that is because that internship is going to be taking up a lot of time. It's 320 hours. In fourth year fall, so this is the most difficult courses you'll take as a senior, of course. You'll have HTM law, strategic management, beverage operation management, management of service of beverage alcohol, a Gen Ed C8 capstone of your choosing. We recommend the Foundations of Professional Ethics, another elective course for your minor for 15 credits. And then fourth year spring, you'll take event management, financial management for hospitality, advanced restaurant management, and then 2 elective or courses for a minor. So I want to draw your attention to that real quickly. You have about 20 credits in this degree open for electives, and I would like to encourage you to consider doing a minor with these credits because it can really differentiate yourself from other students, because you'll come out with yet another credential on your degree. So it's something to think about. Some really great ones to consider would definitely be the business studies minor, especially if you might be thinking you could be an entrepreneur and open your own business. This will give you some advanced business class background too. That will help you in that endeavor of opening your own business. You could also take foreign language classes, especially if you might work in a diverse market like where I'm from in Florida, both in Orlando and in Tampa, St. Pete, where I lived. Those markets you could easily need and use Spanish every single day. We use French Creole in the hotel. I couldn't speak, of course, that language, but I definitely have an operational knowledge of Spanish from several years in college. So I recommend thinking of that if you have a passion for languages. But to be clear, these are 20 credits that are free for you to do whatever it is that you like. So if you like art or photography, that's fine too. You're more than welcome to find a minor in another subject or just take 20 credits of random classes. That is totally okay. It's up to you what to do. So moving on here, I want to touch on the Gasparilla program for you. This is typically done as an internship in spring of the student's junior year. So it's something to consider. Students do not have to go to Gasparilla. I want to be clear about that, but it is an option for you to go. And typically what they do is they go down in January and they work until the end of April, early May time period in different areas of the hotel that they've interviewed for and are passionate about. For example, that could include maintenance and engineering or front desk or food and beverage or recreation, In food and beverage, they have multiple restaurants at that property, and it is a landmark Florida resort and really, really well received by the students that go as well. A lot of our students that go down there actually end up taking full-time positions after graduation and moving back down and working at the inn because they had such a good experience. We have several students, I think about 3 right now, they're full-time. So it's just something to think about. You don't have to go though. You can do an internship here in Fort Wayne. We have lots of partners, like some of the ones on the screen. Visit Fort Wayne. We have a great relationship with them. Blue Flame Hospitality, the Bradley Hotel, Outback, Pizza Hut, Chipotle, so many different great local companies that you can go and work for and do an internship. By the way, you can do an internship at a brewery if you like Hop River, and you can interview with them and they decide that it's okay to take it on an intern. That's absolutely fine with us. So I hope that helps you get an overall feeling for what the hospitality program is. If you have any questions, reach out to me. My email address is aolah, so Aolah at pfw.edu. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you on campus.